Excellent. And back the other way. It's really not about much force. It's just about turning, and you'll see it actually go rounder. You want to dunk that tool in the water. Yep. Yep. Keep turning. Go. Back in the water. Let's see what we got here. So you can see the imagine the bubble in the center, and the clear glass on the outside of it. If I just blew right into it, we have a colder layer and then a really hot layer. It's going to blow like potatoes. Very uneven. So glass flows out towards temperature. So I want to give it a lot of even heat, at least 1 or 2, before I start inflating it. So I'll heat it up. I want you to block it. We may heat it up again. Let me block it again, just so I get that temperature warm and kind of symmetrical before we go into it. So if I stop turning, we see it turn out. Let's say I do stop turning, and then I try to keep turning, it's never going to go back much better. That's okay. Just find that side and let it fall back down. It's really alright. And we can always turn it into a big stuff. You want to try turning it again? Grab that tool again. Pretty good. If that's comfortable, you can always grab it higher. So you see how we're wiping it off the end of the metal rod? Some of this glass is always going to be on the metal, and that's what you need to kind of gather it up, but we don't want too much into it. We want to finish water. Alright, head back to the bucket of water. I'm going to heat it up once more. This time I'm going to hose to it, and I'll be able to blow while you work it. Alright. I'll bring it to you. This time, as you're turning it with that block, you should see it inflate. Now, I am going to stop long before it's too large. Naturally, if I just keep heating it up, it's always going to be hottest on the top. Again, the top is the bottom. We want to keep hitting this on the bottom. Yeah. Look at that tool. Good. Just kind of watch that inner core as you turn. You see it expanding? Yeah. Alright, come on off the tool. Again, I stopped blowing before too far. When I heat it up, and I'm going to use that middle table to my advantage, pulling off the top. This will be the bottom. Thickening it and we're using that table to absorb some of the temperature. Hard for me to isolate a spot with heat, but in a moment here you'll see what part's blowing more will be the back end, not the top. Making it a point, that's kind of a side point. When I blow into it, you see it blowing out from the back and not from the point. Cool. Alright. So, the next tool will be those metal blades. Those are on the bench. You want to try to grab those with the handle. Yep. And turn them around like a psycho killer. I've been trying to figure out a good way to hold or describe that. But that seems like the best way, like a psycho killer.
Edward Scissorhands.
It seems to work. So we're going to gently squeeze the glass and hourglass it with those blades. We're grabbing it in the right spot, but just remember, as you tool at the end of it, the ends will get hot. When you put it back on the bench, put the hot end away from you, and you'll be fine. I'm going to help guide you in with this. You'll keep your hands on there. Turning with your left, right hand will be tooling it. As you see a little mark or a spot or a score mark, then you can start to squeeze a little bit more. We're hourglassing it down. Without this line, you're making garden art. Really nice piece of art stuck to a metal rod. So we're going to try to take it off this rod before it gets any longer. Yep. So help you turn. You're coming right on top. Okay. Okay, record it. I'm going to grab the wooden paddle. I want you to squeeze that same spot again. Yeah. Your wrist okay? Cool. Just lay it down. Looks good. So someone described this mark, or we call this the jack line, which is the hourglass spot right there, as the breaking point of like your chocolate bar. And I'm like, man, I like that. I'm a chocolate fan. Talk about chocolate some more. Slowly. If we were making a paperweight, voila! Beautiful. It'd probably be the heaviest ornament I've ever seen. It's really thicker again, where we kept that glass thicker as well. We're going to stretch that out into more of that cup shape. I'll heat it up, show you what we're doing, and let you actually do the work. So as I heat it up, you can see that color kind of in the light more. Looks good. Naturally going to be some swirl in it just from the turning of the rod itself. A lot of the work is going to have movement that justify the point. You tell people which way they're turning, to the left or to the right. So right now I'm only feeding halfway in the oven, rather than all the way in. Not all the way in, but all the rod, just half of it, just trying to isolate the temperature on the bottom one. Now we've been fighting gravity. We're going to use it on our side now. I don't know if you have any baton twirling skills. Alright, so for extra credit, you can go over your head. So I want you to swing it like a pendulum. Really slowly at first, and then you can pick up the speed. The trick is you got to turn while doing it. So if you want to stay towards the middle of the room. The turning is more important. Even if you're holding it down a little stretch, but the pendulum will help it. Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, there you go. If you don't turn, it'll banana. It'll go one direction, but not the other. And I know you can't see anything that's going on right now, but we can all see what's happening. And it's stretching out. I want you to slow it down, and I'll show you what we got. I'll take it. You can see it's getting longer. So we're going to go a little bit longer. Do you want a tall drinking glass, a shorter glass? So you're always going to lose length when you flatten the bottom of it. So I like to get it a little bit longer than I want. That's what it's looking like right now. So we won't. There is a point where you can't stretch it too far. Try it again. Oh yeah, that's going to be perfect. All right, slow down here. I'll take it. Now while it's still hot, I'm going to bring it off this table. Touch the bottom on the table, blow lightly, and it should kind of blow off the sides of it now. I can use the table enough to grease it up. But we need a flat bottom of it. So if you want to take a seat back to the bench and use that wooden paddle, I'll heat up just the bottom of it. Turning with your left hand, and again, very lightly paddle. Yeah. This tool's not very straight.
Oh, right. Yes, I know, right?
You got it? Yeah. slightly. We need that little dimple in there for this little bit of glass I was speaking about, that punky. I might actually push it in a little bit more. But we're going to add a little piece of glass there and then take it off with that breaking point. Trick is, everything has to be the right temperature. So this has to be 900 degrees or above, and then the piece of glass has to be about the same temperature. So if you want to come standing for a moment, I'm going to bring it back to the bench and just keep returning at the bench. We'll talk about that a little bit. So let me come on and get in there for you. So come on out. You're fine. So you can just keep standing for a moment here. I am going to leave you this unintended. And it'll be your job to heat it up. In the oven for about 5 seconds. We call it flashing the glass. It's not long enough to get it molten. Just long enough to get it warm. So I usually pick it up, try to remember to keep turning, set it down, left hand back, 1 minute and 50, 2 minutes 50, 3 minutes 50, 4, around 5, I want you to pull it all the way out, and then by 6 you're actually picking it up, and you can see that really light orange glow. That's really all we need. So put your right hand on the back of it now, then your left hand comes in the front. Yep. You're just going to keep it turning. I'm going to get that piece of glass, and I'm going to let you know when you're ready. All right, I think you're ready. If you want to go with 5 seconds each, yep. Try to keep turning it when you're walking with it. Take your time. You rest it down first. Left hand comes back. Keep turning all the way in. Counting to 5. You can count in your head or out loud. Whatever's easier. Yep, keep turning it, bring it back a little bit. Nice job, keep turning. Good. That's one of the hardest parts. Keep turning. And before that glass pulls off too much, I'm going to bring this piece over there to it, and I'll adhere it to the bottom temporarily. Alright, if you want to stop turning for a moment. At this point, you can actually let go of it completely. So I'm going to control it from this side. So if you want to watch what I'm doing from this side, you can see I'm just kind of setting it up right in the center of the bottom. And before anything pulls off too much, this is the weakest point of the material. I'll add a drop of water behind the piece right on that spot and give it a tap. So with any luck, we should have a hollow opening. The top of the cup, the lip of the cup. So if you want to take a seat back down, I will heat up just the lip of it this time. You can start working the other end of it. Good. The glass one's almost always a 2-person operation. Especially after watching the show, you can see it takes a lot of people. But it really cools off very quickly. The amount of time it takes to heat up the glass, bring it back to the bench, sit down, get it on center, get a tool in your hand. Guess what happens to the glass? It's cold. So it really does work better teams. At least 2, sometimes 3. And that way we're just more efficient in here. Alright, so you're going to grab those metal plates, the same ones you used before. Same way, like before, but now you're going to squeeze them all the way together, but don't cross over the blade. And you're going to lead them out so they actually go into the hole. The trick is it's not very far, about this deep into it. And you're not per se budging it out, you're just turning it open. So it's just like following along as well. I may